Hey guys, how's it going? So do you know what's cool? Having two microphones break on you on the same day. That's why I'm using this thing. I hope it sounds good. So here I'm holding the Pixel 4 XL, and this will be my last review. I've made 3 other videos on the Pixel 4, so if I don't mention anything on this video that you guys want to hear, be sure to check out those other 3 videos, because more than likely I did answer it there. Now the phone officially came out on October 24th, and I was lucky enough to be using it a week before then because Google did send this phone to me for free to review for you guys. But don't think I'm going to take it nice and kindly to Google for doing this, because I always speak the truth, and if you guys have seen my other 3 videos, I pretty much bashed the phone kind of like in all 3 videos. But I'm happy to say that this update that I just got, which was actually last month's update but I just now got it, kind of fixes most of those issues. So update is what Pixel is kind of known for. When you own a Pixel, you kind of expect fast updates. Unfortunately, it wasn't until a week ago in December that I got the November update. So Google needs to really kind of step things up and push that update out quick, because it does fix a lot of issues. But before we continue guys, I would be eating ramen noodles every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if it wasn't for sponsors. And the sponsor of today's video is Credit Sesame, which is pretty cool because I have myself been using Credit Sesame for a little over a year now. So here's what Credit Sesame has to offer.
Credit Sesame is more than just your basic free credit score provider. While there are many services offering a free credit score to consumers these days, Credit Sesame also gives the tools you need to better understand your credit score with a detailed breakdown of what affects it and what doesn't. They also provide actionable insight to how you can improve your credit score and ultimately create better opportunities for you and your family. Their main value proposition is their ability to provide free access to credit score education, tips, and recommendations to achieve a healthy credit. With their tailored recommendations, Credit Sesame has also helped millions of members improve their credit scores, increase their approval odds, lower the cost of credit, and save money. More specifically, 27% of Credit Sesame members see their score go up by 10 points within their first month, and 20% see their score go up by 50 points in the first 6 months. You can even link multiple accounts to manage all your debt in one place, so you don't have to go to this website, this bank, that bank. It's all in one place. Credit Sesame also provides free credit monitoring and identity theft protection. People work hard to get their credit score nice and good, and they should feel protected. So click the link below to find out more information about Credit Sesame.
So as I said before, I did get the update, and this update fixed my main concern with this phone, and that's the 90 Hertz display. Before the update, the phone was more at 60 Hertz than it was at 90 Hertz. The only time it would go over to 90 Hertz is if the screen brightness is all the way up. I mean, come on, put 2 and 2 together. High brightness, high refresh rate, bad battery. Now Google said that it was to conserve battery life. Gee, if there was only a way to improve battery, maybe like, I don't know, adding a bigger battery. But again, that has been fixed, and now the phone is running at a smooth 90 Hertz most of the day, which is pretty good because that's one of the key selling points of this phone. Another thing I love about this phone is the Haptic Engine. Oh my god, it is the best Haptic Engine in any Android phone that I have tested. By the way, miles better than the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 that I have here. The haptics are fast, they're punchy, they're accurate, and they feel localized, as if every key that you're typing on, it's almost as if the key itself is vibrating. Google, you did a fantastic job on the haptics of the Pixel 4. Now, Mark, how's the battery life? Since the phone is running at 90 Hertz more often, how's the battery life? Well, I'm glad you asked, because surprisingly, the battery life stayed the same. I'm still getting the same 5.5 to 6 hours and 6 hours and 20 minutes. Keep in mind, I did turn off solely radar detector chip thing, because let's be honest, it's useless. The only thing you can do is this. Yeah, I don't want to practice my pimp hand. It's kind of useless. It really is. I turned it off because I don't use it. If you use it, you're going to expect worse battery life. Until they figure out how you can pause music by doing this, I'm going to keep it off. Now, I still think this phone is overpriced, and nothing is going to change my mind about that, and Google knows it. Google knows it, and then Google knows that we know it, okay? Which is why the phone went on sale literally like what, 3-4 weeks after the phone came out. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, the phone was up to $200 off. Even as we speak right now, the phone the Pixel 4 XL 64 gig, $750. So Google, just release the phone at the price that you are going to be selling it at a month later, because you're kind of screwing over your loyal customers that buy the phone day one, and then just 3-4 weeks later they get Now the performance of this phone, again with that new update, is much better than before. It's really fast, it's really speedy. Again, if you pair that up with the constant 90 Hz, or I guess more so constant 90 Hz, the phone it runs perfect. No, it doesn't have the Snapdragon 855 Plus, and I'm trying not to sound like a hypocrite, because in my previous video I said that it should have the 855 Plus. But if I'm being honest, the difference between the 855 and the 855 Plus chipset is so small that it doesn't really matter. But again, for the price, I still think Google should have put it in there. Take a look at the OnePlus 7T, $600, 855 Plus. Now my opinion on the design of the phone hasn't changed at all either. Yeah, it has that weird forehead, but at least that forehead has some sort of technology in it, even though the technology at the moment kind of sucks. At least it does have it. And if Google continues to improve it and maybe release more gestures, it'll be more worth it. But at the moment, I just consider it a bezel. I don't really consider it a tool. And you guys know me, I love phones with flat displays and a nice bezel, because it just makes it easier to hold with one hand, especially without a case. Many phones that are edge to edge are also curved, and I don't like curved displays because you're introducing not only distortion of the screen, but you're also introducing accidental touches. So I think a bezel isn't a bad idea in a phone, as long as they implement it in a good way. My only thing is that the top bezel is much thicker than the bottom bezel. That's really my only complaint. So has my opinion on the Pixel 4 improved? Yes, in terms of software and usability, it is much improved, and I can now recommend it at the price that it is now. But if you got a day one, oh man, I'm sorry. So guys, that's pretty much it. This was Mark from Mark's Tech, and if you made it this far, leave a robot emoji for Android in the comments below to confuse anyone else that didn't make it this far. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Adios.